Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and get this started because No Man's Sky decided to deliver once again. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that the audio was fine. But it is. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live stream where we go over the patch notes for the latest No Man's Sky update. The reason why I do these is because, well, I enjoy No Man's Sky, and every update that they do is immensely not only fun to read through, but also going and seeing how much effort they put into revamping the game and making it look better and making it function better. It's always a joy for me to read through because No Man's Sky and Hello Games is one of the biggest underdog stories in the gaming history. Let's be honest here. And I just love to read through what they got going on. So, the update dropped today. I'm not updating it now because I don't want that to interfere with me streaming now. So let's just go ahead and go through it. And you know that these patch notes tend to be extensive. So let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? No Man's Sky Endurance. Endurance, introducing update 3.94. Dramatically expand your capital ship in update 3.94. Endurance, introducing deeper and more varied freighter base building, including exterior platforms and catwalks, enhanced nebulae and deep space storms, fleets of organic frigates, and so much more. And right here you have the trailer. You can go ahead and check that out elsewhere if you want to, because if I play it here, then it's just going to make everything run all choppy. But Freighter Overhaul. Freighter bases have been completely reinvented with a huge array of new parts and themed rooms, allowing players to quickly assemble a visually varied and distinct home in the stars. These pre-decorated rooms can be further customized, or players can use empty room variants and take control over decoration. And as you can see here, this is what the skies are going to look like because asteroids have been revamped as well. That's on the list. It's a long list. Remember, No Man's Sky does not do short list updates. They go above and beyond to include tons of different things in there. So I just had to acknowledge that. But as you can see here in this screenshot, you see the asteroids and you see the base in the background and all the other ships back there. You see people, you see the hallway, the way it looks. And how people can decorate it however they want to. So if you just want to have a ship that's just full of plants or whatever, you can. Then you got these down here at the bottom. Actually, let me zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can see. Tons of different varied rooms. Existing freighter bases have been preserved and legacy parts are fully compatible with the new set, so I don't think you need to worry about anything you've done in your base now to be changed from the way it looks with this new overhaul. Dynamic crew. Freighters now bustle with specialist crew members walking around your base. Engineers, biologists, and technicians display their thoughts as they patrol the base, and your hired frigate captains and squadron pilots visit your capital ship between their deep space excursions. So now, it used to be when we would go to planets, no one was walking around, everyone was just stationary. They were either sitting down or they were just standing up in the corner of the room, and then they revamped it so now they are more alive and they're able to walk around. Well, now, the same applies to your frigate now. So it feels even more alive with people actually moving around in your ship. Instead of they are all just being up on the bridge and they're all just standing there like robots and absolutely having no will of their own. Now they've revamped that. As you can see here, you're just walking through your ship and you see people and they're all just walking around minding their own business or doing whatever. Agricultural modules. Construct expansive freighter farms with specialized cultivation chambers. Plant and grow rows of crops, then harvest all nearby crops with a single interaction. No more having to go to each individual plant in order to do it. You can just do cultivate and then harvest everything with one press of a button, which is really going to save on people farming in the future when you think about it. Black holes. Now, I remember when I first started playing No Man's Sky, and I saw one black hole and I just flew into it, and it was just darkness, and then they revamped it so it's now more vibrant. Now they're making black holes look even more black hole-ish. Because look at this. Traversing space via black holes is more cinematic than ever with stunning new visual effects. So now it looks like this. And I have to say, the look of the black holes now, as if they're pulling everything towards it, they're distorting space around it. Like, if you look at the edge, it's distorting your entire view. I like this. This makes it look a lot more vibrant. I really do like this look for black holes. Exterior freighter building. Freighter bases can now be extended beyond the hull with observation decks and catwalks providing a direct view of the vastness of space. So now you can go outside of your frigate and just walk around and take pictures if you like, or just give yourself an extensive outside view of your entire ship without resorting to using your own ship to fly around and look at it. As you can see here, it looks... this is visually appealing. One thing I can say about, well, one of many things I can say about No Man's Sky is just how visually appealing they keep making every single update. I remember when No Man's Sky first started back in 2016, everything just looked very simplistic. The UI looked incredibly simplistic. The colors were kind of washed out and sometimes even very, very bland. But they've extended it so now it's more vibrant than ever before. This is a polar opposite to how the game looked back in 2016. You got another view here. You see the asteroids here and even the flare. Is that a sun flare or is that just space clouds out there? That looks interesting. Base building quality of life. Visual variants of base parts can now be placed manually, overriding their automatic contextual placement. And as you can see here, visual variants of base parts. You see people building stuff, and they build it up to one section, and ooh, that's actually interesting. So now you can kind of mix and match textures in between building sections now. Existing base parts may now be directly replaced without deleting, conveniently preserving their existing position and snapping, which will, for anyone out there who's a big fan of base building, this is going to make base building a lot more easier for you to go through without it feeling like you have to go over the river and through the woods. I gotta fix my base. You don't have to go through that, it seems. While building on a freighter, preview holograms can now be seen through walls, making it easier to see exactly where a part will be placed. In addition, freighter bases now have access to free placement, disabling snapping and collision checks and opening up the possibilities for more creative builds. So, if you don't like the snapping, you can customize it literally however you want with free placement, which is good because no one likes it when you're kind of restricted in how creative you want to be. So the more freedom to do whatever you want in this whole base building scenario, the better. Freighter variety. Freighter exteriors have been visually upgraded with enhanced textures, improved colors, and high detail surface decoration. Civilian freighters encountered across the galaxy are now pre-fitted with a variety of bases, which may be modified and expanded after purchase. And as you can see here, a lot of, it just says like civilian freighters you come across, they already come with pre-existing bases in them, but you can modify them after you buy the entire freighters if you want. Man, this looks nice. Organic frigates. Players may now encounter organic frigates as they explore deep space. Build your own fleet of these majestic beings, but be prepared for anomalous results when deploying them on fleet missions. So you got like a whole squad of these giant space organic whale frigates, but it's random what will happen if you send them actually out on missions. That's interesting. All right, these living vessels are procedurally generated and come in a diverse variety of color, shape, and tentacle configurations. Evolve the traits and stats of your organic vessels by feeding them from the fleet management screen. And as you can see here, this one is called the Haunted Placius, organic vessel awaiting debrief, Mindweaver, echolocation, superluminal strike. You could feed these things to make them stronger. Doors and windows. Players may now construct external doors and windows on in their capital ship, allowing spectacular views to the stars. Alternatively, place internal doors, windows, and walls to create aesthetically pleasing interior sections. So if you want people to look at it, yes, that is my ship's crop location. You can look in there, but you cannot touch. It's still cultivating. So you can have that. It's just a wide variety of customization is more reasons why No Man's Sky is a good game. Polestar Expedition. Embark on an interstellar cruise in the Polestar Expedition. Repair the freighter's unique technology, uncover its mysterious past, and journey across the galaxy at its helm. Players who have entirely completed the voyage may now end the expedition early and convert the save to normal mode ahead of the expedition deadline. Ooh, that's going to be useful for those who complete it quickly. Enhance nebulae. Encounter stunning interstellar gas clouds. I knew I saw that out there, so they revamped that too. Encounter stunning interstellar gas clouds up close for an even more dramatic experience of the beauty of space. And given the recent space telescope picture that shows basically the galaxies out there and basically all the stars and the universe as a whole, this is just a game that'll resonate with people even more. Inhabited hangar. Freighter hangars have been redecorated, including windows, new machinery, and alien crew in this vast space. So no more do you get to fly into this hangar, and it's not actually empty when you just show up. There's going to be aliens and people in there now. So they're making the game more and more alive by filling in spaces that were just pretty much dead. Living ship upgrades. Send organic frigates out on expeditions to retrieve upgrades for their starship cousins. Hatch psionic eggs into sentient technology or graft parasites onto your living vessel to create additional storage capacity. As well as inventory space and general procedural upgrades, the living ship can now evolve a number of specific improvements. Its grafted eyes can leech energy from enemy starships. Excuse me? It can just leech energy from enemy starships? Neural shielding grants the ability to resist hostile cargo probes. Chloroplast membrane will automatically recharge its neural assembly, and the wormhole brain allows the ship's sight into the economy and conflict levels of unvisited systems on the galaxy map. Okay. Expedition rewards. Each phase of the Polestar Expedition will reward a generous array of account-wide collectibles. Complete the cruise to earn exclusive base parts, posters, the Fleet Commander's Cape, the high-gravity freighter trail, a Child of Helios companion, and more. And now we have Space Jellyfish. Oh, wait, that's the companion, I guess. The Child of Helios companion. It's a space jellyfish now. And this is the Commander's Cape. Big old star on the back for you to customize. And then we have the ship trail for your frigates. Man, I've been trying to find a frigate that's basically the size... of like a classic Republic freighter ship in Star Wars. Hangar Teleportation. And okay, there it is. Hangar Teleportation. Travel directly between the freighter hangar and bridge by way of a short-range teleport network. So no more do we have to worry about going up those long set of stairs in order to get to the bridge. There's a teleporter that gets us up there. That is a quality of life improvement that I very much appreciate. Derelict Freighter Atmospherics. Combat and ambient visual effects on derelicts have been reworked, making these capital ships' carcasses spookier than ever. Stellar Extractors. The Stellar Extractor is a new piece of integrated freighter technology. It automatically harvests resources from deep space based on the ship's system star classification. Oh, I need to go on my freighter and install this so it can just pile on the resources in space so I don't have to do it all the time myself. That is so useful! Let me close out some of these tabs. Hopefully this isn't causing all the slowdown, but it might just be on my end. I think it's just on my end. Continuing, new asteroids. Asteroid fields are less uniformly spread, now appearing in dense clusters and feature a wide variety of asteroid shapes, sizes, and colors. The Starship Scanner can now locate asteroids, which are rich in fuel resources, in the event of an adverse fuel situation while outside of an asteroid field. So now, asteroids are no longer just the singular brown color that we have all known. Now it comes in different shapes, sizes, colors, and types, making space even more diverse. Thank you. Freighter technology modules. Existing technology for the freighter, including the teleporter, fleet command, and appearance modifier, have been tastefully integrated into sleek, extendable glass-floored rooms. In addition, technology-themed expansion rooms allows players to further customize and create their own base layouts. Man, you could have your thing looking like Hal from, what is it? Space Odyssey? 2000: A Space Odyssey? Third-person freighter warp. Engaging the freighter warp drive to travel between systems now shows the freighter in the warp trail, so you can have your very own Star Trek warp traversal as you see it warping through. Okay, that's nice. And then we have the Twitch campaign. Earn an exciting and varied set of in-game rewards by watching the streams of No Man's Sky on Twitch. Further details of how to sign up are available on the Twitch drop page here. And then it has all the drops like the different guns, different ships, headpieces. Latest campaign, this latest campaign offers viewers an assortment of exclusive starships, companions, multi-tools, appearance customizations, exotic fireworks, and more. And now it wants to slow down on me. Sentinel Pillar Multiplayer Mission. A new class of multiplayer mission is now available from the Nexus. The Space Anomaly has issued a request for crews of intrepid travelers investigate the heavily guarded Sentinel Pillars and steal the data within. And then we have Cosmic Voyage. Assemble the potent Dream Aerial and embark on a new mission alongside the organic frigates swimming through the ocean of deep space. The creature's song will transport you along a strange and surreal journey, forever bonding traveler and beast. And then this is the beast in question, apparently. Freighter engine customization. Personalize your capital ship's exhaust trail with a range of engine modifications. So can we just flat out change the placements of engines now? That's what I'm wondering. All right, go ahead and load the rest. I am almost done. Planetary Scanner Module. Streamline exploration with the Planetary Probe, a new piece of advanced freighter technology which can remotely discover all celestial bodies in a solar system. So you don't have to just teleport in with your frigate and then get in your ship to try and scan every planet. You can just build a planetary module on your ship so you can scan everything in your immediate vicinity. Teleport to frigates. Repairing damaged frigates has been simplified by the ability to teleport directly between your fleet and capital ship. That is a good quality of life improvement. Because how many times did you have to go back and forth between ships and then just fly and land and take all the extra time in order to do it? That's been changed. Now you just need to teleport directly there, fix it, get back to your capital ship. So that's so easier. Asteroid harvesting encounters. Civilian pilots can now be seen mining asteroid belts for resources. So now it's not only you who's doing it. Now civilian pilots can be out there in space doing it. Glass freighter corridors. Construct glass corridors aboard your freighter to enjoy spectacular space vistas from a safe vantage point. So if you just want to look outside, that's an option for you. Just walking around on your ship with the glass corridors, you can just see all this stuff. Freighter tech icon refresh. Installable freighter upgrade modules now have a brand new set of distinct detailed icons. Long-distance object fidelity. The planetary decoration system has been significantly optimized and improved with octahedral imposter technology, allowing props, plant life, rocks, and other objects to be drawn at both far greater distances and at a higher quality. The visual quality of objects in the far distance has been significantly improved, especially improving the visibility of planetary flora when flying into the atmosphere. So, the way it was before, this is how it looked. You would just see the clouds, and then you would just see the base texture of the ground on the planet. But this overhaul makes it so that you can see these things before you land. Asteroid inhabitants. Destroying asteroids may sometimes expose the nesting places of otherworldly creatures. Okay, so if we break asteroids, might be something inside, like a Kinder Egg. And my nose is running like crazy for some reason. Freighter Bridge update. The Captain's Bridge has been visually refreshed with new visual effects and improved lighting, and now connects to the hangar via multiple sets of stairs and teleporters. It looks so much better now. Freighter Cargo Hold. Freighters now benefit from a dedicated cargo hold inventory, allowing the storage of even more items. Like other freighter inventories, this hold can be upgraded with expandable bulkheads. So now you don't need to worry about your general tab taking up basically all of the space as you just fill it with stuff. Now it has its own personal cargo bay, which I feel should have been in there earlier, but I'm glad it's in there now. And what is this? I'm waiting for the image. Freighter Teleportation. The teleportation network has been extended to allow travelers to teleport directly to their freighter from any space station or planetary base terminus. Man, I can't wait to get back into this game again. Give me one quick sec. My nose was runnier than I thought. My apologies, everyone. Freighter industrial modules. Existing industrial technology for the freighter, including the refiner, storage containers, and orbital exocraft materializer, have been seamlessly welded into expandable engineering bay-themed rooms. Now, mind you, I haven't spent too much time with No Man's Sky lately to be fully in-depth about all this stuff, so I'm just going to have to experience all this stuff for myself for the first time. In addition, industrial theme expansion rooms allow players to handcraft their own vision for their engineering bay or even their entire freighters. Infestation multiplayer mission. On worlds across the universe just below the planetary crust, something dreadful lurks. I feel like I've read this before. I feel like I read this in the last patch. Hold up. I feel like I read this in the last patch. Cleanse abhorrent worms. Space storms. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a sense of deja vu. It might be a sense of deja vu. Infestation multiplayer mission. On worlds across the universe just below the planetary crust, something dreadful lurks. All infested worlds now suffer from visitations from the vessel of the many mouths. Brave groups of travelers can team up at the Nexus and descend to planets exhibiting signs of infestation to cleanse the abhorrent worms found beneath the soil. I don't think I read this before. I might just be thinking, it might be the Mandela effect. I might be thinking of something that seemed similar to this, but it wasn't. I might be way off. But now you get to go to a planet and try and take down a giant sandworms. And now we have space storms. Experience extraterrestrial weather phenomena in deep space, piloting your ship through dramatic clouds and storms. Space storms! If we go through a red storm and wind up on this barren wasteland with some old dude in a robe, I'm gonna be turning around. I'm gonna be going someplace else. Space storms with electricity and all sorts of things that are just happening there. All right, what else you got? Oh, that concludes the major patch notes, and then it goes down into everything that's down here at the bottom. So, capital ships. Let's just do a recap real quick, and then that'll be the No Man's Sky patch stream for today. 3.9 patch notes. Capital ships. Capital ship hangars have been visually updated with additional details featuring NPCs and visual effects. The freighter bridge has been visually refreshed with new lighting, visual effects, and detailing. A teleporter has been added for instant access between the freighter hangar and the bridge. The mandatory corridor in freighter bases has been removed, allowing players to fully customize their freighter base layout. Freighter exteriors have been updated with enhanced textures and detailing. Your freighter is now displayed within the warp tunnel when making a jump between systems. Lighting and shadow quality throughout freighter bases have been significantly improved. Players may now warp directly from their fleet management terminal to any individual frigate. New terminals have been added to frigates to allow quick return to the freighter bridge. Markers are now placed on fleet command terminals in need of debriefing. Players may now teleport to their freighter base from any other base or space station teleport terminus. Capital ships' engines can now be customized from the existing freighter recoloring UI, accessed on the bridge. Capital ships can now be reset to their default colors, if you want to. The customization camera for freighters has been improved with better lighting and a wide viewing angle for large ships. That's good, because how many times have we tried to customize our ship's color, but we were just way too close to it? So hopefully they'll put it at an angle where you can see the entire ship and just see the color changes from a far-off distance. Player-constructed freighter bases are now populated dynamically by specialized crew members as well as hired squadron pilots and frigate captains. Freighter crew can now move around the base. Freighter crew periodically display thought related to their current task. Non-player freighters now come with a variety of pre-existing bases. Freighters now have a cargo hold inventory, allowing the storage of even more items. A new technology, the Singularity Engine, has been added for freighters. This powerful warp augmentation is activated by speaking to the freighter's captain and will slingshot the freighter through a wormhole. The visual quality of salvage freighter technology icons has been significantly improved. Players may now summon their freighter while the pulse engine is active. Wow, so you can summon it while you're high-speeding through space on your own. Freighter landing and takeoff trajectories have been improved to prevent accidental docking. Players are no longer blocked from summoning their freighter if another player has their freighter active. Players can now dismiss their own freighter in order to visit the freighter base of another group member. Freighter base components. Freighter base building has been totally overhauled. Players now have access to a variety of pre-built room modules, which they can further customize. Rooms come in a variety of pre-decorated themes, allowing players to quickly assemble a visually varied and distinctive base. Empty room variants are available for players who wish to more manually customize their freighter base. Existing freighter bases have been preserved, and legacy freighter parts are fully compatible with the new pieces. New freighter rooms include the scanner room, which pings all nearby planets and automatically discovers them, single and double cultivation chambers, which allows players to plant directly into the room itself. Cultivation chambers come with the ability to mass harvest nearby plants. A nutrition room, allowing players to access to cooking facilities while on board. The Stellar Extractor, a specialist manufacturing unit that extracts a variety of resources from the interstellar medium. Additional rooms have been added to replicate existing base functionality, but in room-sized modules. A dedicated galactic trade terminal room allowing quick access to trade facilities. A teleport room allowing players to teleport from their freighter, as well as return via any other teleportation terminus. The Appearance Modifier room for player customization. The Fleet Command room for managing frigate fleet expeditions. All the terminals for base specialists, such as the Overseer. The Orbital Exocraft Materializer, which allows players to summon any of their exocraft while their freighter is in the system. A Specialist Large Industrial Refiner room, and a storage room with access to stowed materials. Players can now place exterior windows in their freighter base, allowing a view through into the stars. Players can now place internal windowed walls to divide up their base into aesthetically pleasing sections. Players can now place doors in their freighter bases, both between rooms and out to the exterior of their freighter. A variety of catwalks and exterior viewing platforms are now available to build within and around the freighter base. Freighter corridors now come in both plain and glass versions. Gotta love the variety. Player corridors now come as one dedicated part that will automatically blend or add additional doors in order to connect to nearby rooms. Organic ships and frigates. Players with a frigate fleet may now receive plans for a dream aerial from a successful fleet expedition. Constructing the dream aerial will grant players access to a new mission to unite with an organic frigate. This living vessel will be customized according to the player's choices while on this mission. So you got to make sure you make the right choices in order to get, I don't know, the best type of frigate. I don't even know how this works. Players can continue to discover additional organic frigates to fill out their fleet. Organic frigates come in a variety of procedurally generated colors and tentacle customizations. Players can feed their organic frigates varied cooked foodstuffs. Feeding the frigates will adjust its mood and may cause it to generate new abilities or traits. So now comes cooking the best food for your organic frigates so you can have the best abilities for it. So another reason to create an entire cooking room on your frigate. Sending a living frigate on a fleet expedition has a chance of generating a special anomalous event result. Anomalous fleet expedition results result in various organic implants for living starships, so they could just randomly come back with a new upgrade on their ship because of the anomalous result. Living ship upgrades has been adjusted. Procedurally generated weapon modules now do more damage, and the grafted eyes can now leech energy from energy starships. Living ships can now evolve neural shielding, granting them the ability to resist hostile cargo probes. Living ships can now evolve the chloroplast membrane, which will automatically recharge its neural assembly using sunlight. Living ships can now evolve a wormhole brain, which allows them sight into the economy and conflict levels of unvisited systems on the galaxy map. Players may now acquire and use a spawning sack to add additional inventory slots to their living ship. See, the ability to just constantly upgrade your cargo space on your ship and max that out instead of having to rely on... Many of us remember in the past when the only way you can get better cargo space on your ship was to just randomly find a ship that had more space, which wasn't very cost effective. Now, with the ability to expand it however much we want manually, is by far one of the best quality of life updates that No Man's Sky has ever done for ships and the game in general. No more of this RNG nonsense of trying to find a ship with better cargo slots. Now it's all about finding the ship with the best grade, because cargo slots and everything else can just be constantly upgraded to the max. Fixed an issue that could cause living ship upgrades to choose a lower quality band than intended. Fixed an issue that prevented procedurally generated living ship upgrades from automatically selecting the starship inventory page when deployed. Base building. Base parts, which automatically switch between hidden variants, such as visually distinct parts from the top, middle, bottom of walls, or the freighter corridor that automatically bends and adds doorways to form connections, can now be placed manually. Relevant parts are marked within the base building menu and can be expanded to view all variants. While in editing mode, pre-existing parts can now be swapped out for any other part that matches its placement conditions, allowing bases to be quickly altered without having to delete and replace parts. For all you builders out there, that one's for you. Players may now quickly toggle between placement and selection mode, even when no part was previously selected from the list of parts. Quick cycling parts within placement mode now displays the name of the newly selected part. A number of base building error messages have been edited for clarity. Many decorative parts that were not previously available to build on a freighter are now available in the build menu. Byte-beat modules can now be built on board freighters. Short-range teleporters can now be built within a freighter base. Lights now automatically receive power on board freighters. Freighter base part deletion now more strictly checks players' navigation, fixing a number of cases where players could find themselves accidentally falling into space when deleting parts. because there's nothing more annoying than playing a game and then falling through the map. I know some games where you still do that. Crazy. The freighter base now has a walkable bottom level, allowing players who intentionally jetpack out of their base an opportunity to recover to safety. Players may now toggle snapping and collision checks when placing decoration on their freighter base, allowing more freedom and flexibility in construction. While on a freighter, the preview hologram is now visible behind other objects, allowing players to more easily preview the location of new rooms and corridors. Fixed a number of visual glitches with the preview hologram. Fixed a number of visual issues and glitches with wiring. Objects that are moved or deleted now clean up their attached wires. Ooh, that's good, because I know from personal experience how tedious trying to clean up wires and make it look better in one space can be. Storage containers now displays their custom name, if applicable, in the build menu. So, I didn't know that you could do this. First of all, I didn't know that storage containers could add different names, so you know which storage container holds what. Fuel resources, antimatter, storage container, stuff that you could use in your travels. I didn't know you could name that. I didn't know. It just shows you how much I haven't played No Man's Sky in a while, because I've been playing a ton of other games. My apologies. Biofuel generators now provide because I slurred that last one. Biofuel generators now provide power for a significantly longer amount of time. Fix an issue that prevented the ceiling light part from being powered correctly. The archaic habitation heater now actually provides protection against extreme cold. Visual improvements in space atmospherics. The planetary decoration system has been significantly optimized and improved, allowing props, plant life, rocks, and other objects to be drawn at both farther greater distances and at a higher quality. You saw up above. Planetary objects such as trees and rocks are now visible from low orbit. Players may now encounter storms and other space atmospherics while in asteroid fields, in open space, or when encountering derelict freighters in deep space. Just to add to the atmosphere. Players may now encounter brightly colored nebulae nebulae. I've been saying that wrong the entire time, haven't I? Brightly colored nebulae while exploring deep space. Black hole visuals have been overhauled and significantly improved. Derelict freighter visual effects have been significantly improved. Existing environmental and combat effects have been enhanced, and additional atmospheric details have been added. Atmospheric effects have been added and enhanced within the space station. Starship landing and takeoff effects have been improved as well. Interesting. Kyushu is approaching the generator. The generator is losing power. Please, no, don't remind me of that Godzilla game. So annoying. We need a good Godzilla game, I will say that much. Free roaming one, just lets you destroy stuff, but not like the Godzilla game we got back in 2014? I can't remember where that game came out. Asteroids. Asteroid draw distance has been significantly increased. What is with my grammar today? Increased! Asteroid field density has been significantly increased. Individual steroid? I thought for a moment there that I read that wrong, but that's in there. I think it's supposed to say asteroid. Individual asteroid visual detail and variety has been greatly increased. Asteroid destruction effects have been improved. Players may now encounter systems with a large number of rare crystalline asteroids. Players may now occasionally disturb the nest of strange space creatures when destroying asteroids. Passing starships may now enter asteroid fields alongside players and begin mining nearby asteroids. Asteroid density patterns have been adjusted so that there are larger areas of space with few to no asteroids in them. Players can now use the Starship scanner to locate nearby fuel-rich asteroids in the event of an adverse fuel situation when outside of an asteroid field. So no more do you have to worry about running out of fuel permanently and then just drifting in space, because your ship will just tell you where you can get some for those get-out-of-jail-free jumps. Fixed a number of issues that could cause asteroids to intersect with other objects such as freighters. The rewards for destroying rare asteroids has been improved as well, so if you want to be a space miner, they've increased the rewards for you. Missions! A new class of mission is available at the Nexus. Work together to raid a Sentinel pillar and defend a planet from the constant threat of the Sentinels. Players can now take on a new combat mission from the Nexus to visit an infested planet and purge it of its infection. Players visiting infested planets may now occasionally stumble upon the hungering tentacles of the many-mouthed vessel. Infested planets now have a increased chance of Titan worm activity. So if you're a person trying to look for Titan worms out there, then this just improves it even better for you, because it increases that chance. So if you're out there hunting Titan worms, then just go look for an infested planet, because they have an increased chance of having them there. Quality of life, and then we're almost done. We're almost done. Quality of life. Players can now reposition items within storage containers' inventories. Fix a number of issues that prevented full access to certain inventories when using UI pop-ups. Players may now deploy upgrades to their fleet expedition from any inventory. The freighter inventory screen has been adjusted to better fit the model of the player's freighter. A new Starship technology, the Flight Assist Override, is now available for Iteration Hyperion aboard the Space Anomaly. This module reduces the effect of automatic trajectory correction while flying in space. Procedurally generated upgrades for the Analysis Visor may now generate bonuses for mineral discovery rewards, matching the existing upgrades for flora and fauna, which means that when you're scanning rocks, now they give just as much money for existing upgrades on your visor for plants and animals. No more do you just get 200 credits for scanning rocks or scanning brand new rocks. Now, basically anything that you scan for the first time will be giving you the same amount of money all around. So if you have like maximum upgrades for your visor where you're getting 20,000 per plant and animal, that applies to basically mineral stuff now. So if you're scanning rocks, you're getting paid. Increase the number of stat bonuses available to illegal-grade procedural technology upgrades. Reduce the spread between maximum and minimum stat values for positron ejector procedural upgrades. Players can now adjust the sensitivity of cursor controls as well as look and flight sensitivities. Good, because I want to be able to snap quickly when I'm aiming at someone while I'm flying. So the ability to move my cursor quickly through a menu as well as look and flight sensitivities is going to be good for me because I'm a sharpshooter. I want to be able to aim as quickly as possible. The combat section of the guide has new, more in-style icons. Combat frigates deployed from the fleet to assist the player in space combat now launch specialized ships with their own visual flair to help distinguish them while in flight. Pirate raid frequency has been reduced. Fixed an issue that could cause pirate and sentinel attack timers to reset each other, resulting in too many hostile incidents in space. So I'm guessing too many people were caught up in a crossfire between sentinels and pirates, and they kind of got destroyed. So they kind of reduced that so that doesn't happen. The base speed and acceleration of the unupgraded Nautilon has been increased. Upgrades have been proportionally decreased as appropriate to keep overall grade effectiveness in the same range as before. See, one thing I can say about No Man's Sky is that when it does nerfs, it offers you something in place of the nerf so that it doesn't feel as big of a nerf. So when they reduce something, they increase something in tandem so that it's a give and take, or they take and they give back, so to speak. But it's not like, hey, we just nerfed this because we didn't like it, and then you, the player, just gets the shorter end of the stick. They just made it so that everything is equal, so that it's consistent, so that people won't complain as much. I'm pretty sure people will still complain, but at least they're consistent. Procedurally generated technologies for the Nautilon now give more generous fuel usage reduction bonuses. Fixed a number of issues that prevented Exocraft and Nautilon scanners from revealing nearby planetary objects as intended. These scanners should now reveal not only standard scanner resources, but also other objects of interest usually identified via the analysis visor. Increase the amount of time objects are marked by the Exocraft and Nautilon scanners. I really haven't invested too much time in No Man's Sky lately, so I haven't built like my own full-fledged base to have a Nautilon or Exocraft. So all this stuff, it's basically where I'm going to be stepping into the game with tons of features that I get to enjoy. The stack size of creature pellets has been increased. Viewing player companions through the analysis visor now displays more specific information. The multi-tool and starship reticles now display overheat and ammo warnings. Early game sentinel waves have been adjusted to be slightly fewer in number. When selling items to technology merchants, prices are now correctly listed in nanites. The space station, I was about to say the space station. I don't know why I went for a country accent there at the beginning. My apologies. The space station scrap merchant shop now displays your current tainted metal reserves. Building part item pop-ups have been slimmed down to cut out unnecessary information. Twitch campaign. Earn an exciting and varied set of in-game rewards by watching streams of No Man's Skies on Twitch. Full details of how to sign up are available on the Twitch Trust page here. You already know about that. Polestar Expedition. Expedition 8 Polestar will begin soon. The Polestar Expedition will take players on a cruise across the galaxy in their capital ship, forsaking starship warping and planetary base building in favor of the life of a heavy shipping freighter captain. The Polestar Expedition offers the chance to earn an exclusive freighter engine customization, new base parts including a flaming barrel, a unique cape design, a mysterious jellyfish companion, and much more besides. Players who have entirely completed an expedition may now end the expedition early and convert the save to normal mode. Bug fixes, and that's the last list of everything concerning the patch notes for No Man's Skies Endurance. We're almost done. Bug fixes. Fix a crash that could occur when dying while using PSVR on a PS4 Pro console. Fix a crash that could occur while warping inside another player's freighter. Fixed a Starship-related crash that could occur while warping. Fixed a number of crashes that could occur while using the trade UI. Fixed a PC-only physics crash. Fixed an issue that allowed invalid teleportation destinations to be entered into the list of teleport destinations. Fixed an issue that could cause Nexus missions to list an incorrect amount in their objective preview on the mission board. Fixed an issue that prevented missions from correctly counting items located within the nutrient processor's ingredient storage inventory. Fixed an issue that could cause items awarded or salvaged while using the freighter to be deposited into an incorrect inventory. Fixed an issue that caused various base and technology parts to be clipped off the side of the screen while viewing upgrade trees. Fixed a large number of miscellaneous text issues. Fixed an issue that caused lanterns to display a blank interaction label. Fixed an issue that prevented players from being correctly awarded bounties if NPC ships landed the killing blow on a pirate ship. I wonder if people have been enjoying other NPC ships taking that, but they reap the rewards. Fixed a memory-related issue that could prevent players from being awarded pirate bounties in specific circumstances. Fixed an issue that could cause some hostile starships to become invulnerable after their energy shields were drained. I'm glad I never encountered that. Fixed an issue that prevented players from accessing the previous base item cache and claiming its contents. Fixed an issue that caused ambient player bases to take a long time to load in. Fixed a base-related issue that could cause saving or loading to take a very long time. Fixed an issue that could cause center screen warning messages to queue forever if the player entered their inventory while the message was on screen. Because there is nothing more annoying than a game keeping you in a queue because of a glitch that happened. Fixed an issue that prevented ships from being correctly cleared in multiplayer after their owner salvaged them, potentially resulting in corrupt ship data from other players in the station. Increased the braking power of the starship when summoning a freighter, reducing the chances of a collision. That's good. Fixed an issue that could allow players to engage the pulse engine on an unsafe trajectory and intersect with a freighter if the freighter was aligned with a distant planet. Fixed an issue that could cause an overly large crosshair to appear when aiming at starships on the space station. Fixed an issue that caused derelicts, freighter emergency heaters to protect against extreme heat. Fixed an issue that could cause a space station to be visible while warping. That must have been a visual sight to see. Fixed an issue that could cause players' capes to begin to float away on Xbox One and PS4. Fixed an issue that caused very small civilian freighters to have no engines. Fixed an issue that could cause every single NPC ship in the freighter hangar to take off immediately after the player enters the hangar from the bridge. As if to say, "Oh, there's the captain, everyone run!" Fixed an issue, I'm sorry, that just sounds funny to me. Fixed an issue that prevented living pearls from displaying their compass and analysis visor icons if their protective clam was shut. Fixed an issue that could cause compass and analysis visor icons to become invisible forever if they were tagged and then untagged. Fixed a number of issues that caused Sentinel drones to be synced incorrectly between players. Fixed an issue that could cause Sentinel hardframe units to fail to target players correctly in multiplayer. Fixed an issue that could cause Sentinel hardframe units to become stuck beneath planetary terrain. Yet another game that knows how to not make people or enemies get stuck underneath the map. Good lord, when No Man's Sky is able to get this right, and Crystal Dynamics is not? Good lord. Introduced an optimization to the creature animation system. Introduced an optimization to a specific scorched planet subbiome. Introduced an optimization to a specific toxic planet subbiome. Fixed we're almost there. Ooh, we're almost done. We're pretty much at the bottom now. Fixed an issue that could prevent progress in the agricultural research missions if the player had already built the plant in question before the mission began. Fixed an issue that could cause incorrect mission progress if the player deleted their teleporter during the powering the base tutorial. Fixed a number of mission issues that could occur when playing the base building tutorial missions in multiplayer. Fixed an issue that could cause a blocker during the Ghost in the Machine mission on the Artemis path at the point where Apollo wishes players to expand their base. Fixed a number of blocking mission issues that could occur when different missions both require conversations with the same player at the same time, such as the Space Anomaly and Trace of Metal missions both needing the player to speak to Nada or Polo. Fixed a number of mission progress issues that could occur when players need to visit a base computer, but they have several bases across different galaxies. Missions that require the player to visit a base computer can now be progressed at any base computer rather than requiring a visit to a specific base. Fixed an issue that could direct players to the wrong base when the mission required visiting a specialist worker terminal in a system in which the player has several bases. Fixed an issue that caused a dramatic sound effect to play on loop forever after warping through the portal during the A Leap in the Dark mission. Fixed a number of animation issues that could occur when interacting with inanimate objects such as distress beacons, and finally, fixed a number of mission blockers that could occur when two missions were attempting to spawn a space encounter at the same time. That is the end of the patch notes of today's No Man's Sky Endurance update, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed my read-through, and hope you all enjoy the update. I know I will. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to update it as soon as I get the chance, and see what's been improved, and then enjoy it for myself. But to all of you spacefaring travelers out there, all I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.